It has finally arrived. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Matt Capper. This is another video on Watcher of Realms. Full disclosure, we're doing two videos really quick back to back, something I don't normally do, but I am literally heading in less than 24 hours to Vegas to have a wedding to Mrs. Capper so we can officially be Mr. and Mrs. Capper, and then we're going to go on our honeymoon. I don't know what that release schedule is. I promise you, if there's any fun shard summons, I will be a part of it. I'm probably gonna summon something for Constance to at least hopefully try to get Constance. I don't want to burn all my shards because I do want to save something to make sure I get Twyla if possible. But we'll, yeah, you know, I expect Twyla to be the last week of October. Halloween's on the 31st, so it wouldn't shock me if that's when the 250 summons started, was on a Thursday, the 31st. Maybe it'll start the weekend prior. I don't know for sure, but it's definitely not this weekend, and it's probably not next weekend because they would have mentioned something. I would have thought. We are talking about Celine being in there, some kind of shard event. I don't know if that, it said shard summon. Does that mean it's going to be exclusive hero raid up, like what they do with Ardia, for example? Or is she going to be the guaranteed? Because I think I'd rather have Constance in my mind, and let me know if you're wrong. But all I know and all I've seen is this stuff here. So there's some big hits here, but we'll go through the actual update announcement, which I haven't looked at yet. I thought I should better hit record and we better start talking about this. So here's the update announcement. It's going to be the Monday, the 14th of October, 2024. It'll be 7:15 to 9:15 Pacific. I believe that's UTC to Pacific Standard Time. So do the math for yourselves. There's going to be a bunch of updates. So the arena updates, there's going to be new season rules. There's going to be a new season as 12 weeks. At the end of the season, there'll be a season calculation, provides more rewards based on your rank and reduces more rank points than regular weekly calculations. No idea why they need to do that. I think the whole thing is silly. I don't like PvP. I barely bother to go to Overlord because I can't be bothered. Probably to my detriment, but whatever. It is what it is. If you love it, I get it. So this is just going to give you a better chance to be better, to get more. There's going to be an Apex shop with corresponding Apex coins. So it's going to be exclusive artifact, which is the Eye of Penitence, an season exclusive avatar border, a legendary hero, Lady Alexandra, who is a Piercer Lord that we've featured on the channel prior. Freya's Legacy, which is a skin for the Summoning Stone in the camp, which can be activated in summon after purchase. Apex Crystal Chest, and many other rare rewards. Apex coins can be earned through weekly, season, and seasonal calculations at Platinum rank, as well as from offense victories at Overlord and above. There's Overlord and Apex Overlord. Bonus point rewards for winning streak. Increased weekly calculation rewards for Platinum 3 and above. Weekly calculation rewards for 1, 2, and 3 now include rare summoning crystals. Platinum 3 and above now include Apex coins. Reduced the price for the first new arena permit purchases each day. Great. You know what? Apex Overlords now top 300. Great. Next up, Anora, the Silver Seraphim Worm Dive. When activated, Labor immediately deals 360% damage up to 10 enemies in the target area. During the ultimate, increases Labor damage by X% for 20 seconds, and the costs. The new one will be the same damage, same enemies, same increase for same duration. Cheaper skill cost. So it's going to be a lot cheaper. It means she's going to cycle it a lot quicker. Okay, that's fair. And Awakening 3 Labor ignores 15 and now to 20% of enemies' magic resistance. Okay. Does anyone use Anora? I haven't used her. I have her, I got her, and then I never really used her anywhere. So is this good? Is this bad? Let me know in the comments down below. Hex the Mad Diviner. It's Diviner. Divination. Sure. New bond skill. So this is the Twyla. Like we said, Twyla's coming. I expect it to be October. She's officially in the game as of that week, obviously, because she's right here. Whether they show her or not is one thing, but we know that she's around because Hex is getting his bond skill. The Red Smile gets a, when Fate is triggered, the Hermit, Hex gains additional shield equal to 40% of the attack for 10 seconds. If Twilight is on the field, reduces Hex cost by 4. This is kind of meh, except for the second part, I think could be potentially good. Nasande, Nightingale Hermit. Chain of Healing. Added the effect. When healing all allies in range, additionally dispels all debuffs on the targets. So I'm pretty sure that's Nasande's heal. She is a piercer healer, so she's got extended range when you put her in a Lord, and the same as a Lord. I believe. Does she? Or is there only piercers that do? Now I'm double guessing. I'm second guessing myself. But that's kind of cool. So she can dispel, and her chain healing, she does a single. She heals allies in range, but then it chains out. It's kind of a neat effect. And so now that's going to add dispel, which is going to be good for Semra, I guess. It'll be interesting to see. It's always good to have another healer that you can use in Semra, so it's good to have another dispeller. We'll see how well it works. I'm actually really eager to test that. That's a really did not see that one on the radar. Giselle. So Giselle, as I saw on the update intro, so Giselle is she's an exclusive, an ancient exclusive legendary hero who is trash that everyone's told me. Though I do see her in the top Semra 2 builds, global top. So I don't know, maybe she's not as trash as some people are using her. Anyway, she's hero positioning optimized and strengthened, so that's interesting. So she's obviously going to get a better range. Newly added bond skill to enhance heroes' early combat ability and PvP single target DPS. But it's early combat ability, which is like meh. Oblivion Strike max level. Before, it was anyone with higher than 60% HP increases damage by 20. Now it's 50%. Okay, I'm sure. Vampiric Charm. Obtains Celine, the Blood Spiller Viscount, to unlock the following bonus effect. Reduces Giselle's first deployment cost by 2. Increases damage by 20 for a minute. Giselle restores 100% rage immediately when she helps eliminate an enemy, which can be triggered up to 1 time during her first deployment. I mean, okay, that's kind of cool. I guess at the start, I guess when they mean early up here, when they mean early combat ability, they mean early in the combat, not in early game as in early account. Okay, that sure. Praetus, oh thank God. I was hoping this one would be here because Praetus is kind of mid and he needed a buff. So his Awakening 1, before if he deals damage to targets afflicted with Radiant Erosion, he restores 3% rage. Now he just does it when he hits a target. They don't need Radiant Erosion. He just gets it. So when he deals damage to a target, so he's gonna be dealing 3% rage regen pretty much all the time, except when he's his lightning, his Zeus bolt hits. That sucks. No, why did he need it? No, I'll take it. Added hyperlinks and status icons for some Lucius and Ingrid skills. That's good, I guess. Status icons is important because that's obviously his ultimate. I didn't notice anything about Ingrid because I don't have her. But Lucius, you can't see when he's about to go into his spaz mode where he locks himself out of his ultimate, but increases his damage. So this will probably help you see the stacks, which is good. 3, gear. Gear recommendation added a feature where you can customize the gear recommendation rules. Oh, this is the thumbs up. Okay, so basically you can edit the recommendation rules. You can customize them per gear set. You can import them and export them, and you can restore them to the default at any time, which is amazing. However, I didn't see anything about whether auto sell will have an option to exclude recommended gear sets. That's what we really need to go on with this, because then I do X runs. I have 1,000 pieces of gear. I can just by rule set. I can now, if it's thumbs up, don't sell everything else, and it's perfect. It doesn't work like that now, so I don't suspect it works like that because they didn't say it. Hopefully that's something that they can add now that they've added this. Titan Forge and Wisdom Forge added. Titan Forge requires Titan meteorites obtainable from Artifact Material Raid and can forge artifacts for ground heroes. So I'm guessing that just it allows you to drop the pool to just ground hero artifacts. I'm guessing this isn't exclusives. We're still talking just artifacts, probably, legendary or epic legendary, mythical artifacts at percentage. I'm sure it'll be, but it just narrows it to just ground heroes. Now, what are healers? Because healers can be platform or ground. So I'm a little bit curious as to how it breaks that down. And then Wisdom Forge will be the platform ones, right? Yeah. So, and then the platform ones, which would be your mages and your piercers. I am again curious. What do you do with your healers? Most healers are platformers, but like constants. That said, you don't put a healer thing on constant, so maybe it isn't a problem. I'm trying to think if there's a scenario. Let me know. Is there a scenario? Is there a non-platform hero? Is there any other exceptions other than maybe Constance, who I think just acts as she's a healing tank? Maybe that's not a problem. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Probably I am. Okay, let's move on. Quick Enhance. You can now quick enhance gear pieces through reward page of multiple auto fights and background fights, or in the gear enhancement. Okay, I didn't think that was a need, but good. Increase storage from 11 to 15 and from 13 to 17 maximum. Good. Added features of filtering by gear sets and sorting customized conditions to gear plan. Good. Added the feature of filtering by gear enhancement level to gear filter. Good. Improve the smoothness and frame native gear interface. Thank you. Now, can you do the same for the Dwarven market? Because those two things are terrible, at least on the PC. New stages. So yeah, ARM gets its new stages. So you get 3 to 12 wisdom or Titan meteorites. So that doesn't change. 8 to 12 mithril or 9 to 14 mithril per stage. So it looks like 19 and 21 will be for Titan, and 20 and 22 will be for wisdom. Okay. Increase the drop quantity and rate of smoldering scale and sanguine fabric in Gear Aid 1, 2, 3, Gear Dungeon 1 and 2. Perfect. Increase cost regen rate by 10% for Arena. Arena monster stat adjustment. So Arena monsters are getting more HP, more defense, and more magic resistance. No more damage. But your regen rate is going to be 10% higher. Sure. Reduce the difficulty of defeating Semra, Apocalypse 1, and Titanic Ruins. Doesn't affect me, but I'm sure for many of you it does, so that's good. In Titanic Ruins, Apocalypse 1, when Advanced Evolution is set 0 stacks, Death Saw damage is reduced by 50. That's just to help new players be able to get to that through that first level, which I agree with. When Semra reaches 9 stacks of Advanced Evolution, its attributes will increase significantly. Aegis Mode Hardening Effect Adjustment. Here's the Lucius buff. Change to a stackable buff, increasing by 1 stack each time it's cast. After being dispelled, stacking starts from 0. This is going to be... this is going to be a game changer for anyone who has Lucius. For most of you, I assume that's where you're getting stuck in this fight. And for me, it's where I'm getting stuck, just shy of my 80k. This will definitely get me my 80k. Yeah, I'm happy about it. It's good. Petrification mechanic optimization. Monsters will be released from petrification after 60 seconds. So the only time I can think of this is in Void Rift, and it's when it's what's his name? It starts with an L. Lucius? He's the anti-heal. When he's the evil boss, and you kill his minions, his little monsters, they freeze into stone, and there are cases when they freeze to stone in a direction that none of your champions are actually facing. So it takes an AoE hit as it runs away, and then it's no longer in that AoE area, and it's frozen. That's the only time I can think of this being a big deal. So it'll be released after 60 seconds, which is good, because what you have to do then is when you're done everything else, then you remove a couple of your champions, wait a minute at that point, then to reface them, just to kill that thing that's not going to do anything anymore. It happens to me all the time, especially on the final boss stage, usually the one on the top or the one on the bottom. So that's good. Really happy about that. Optimization of the stage Deity Soleil, reducing the stage requirement for Piercer lineups. I don't know what that means, but I do know that that's a pain, and I haven't finished it. That's in the Void epilogue. Very, very hard to beat. So I don't know what the reducing the stage requirement is. I'll have to look at that in a second. Added unpolished legendary soulstone, so we knew about this one already. Random drop pool of legendary mythic chests in Drake Chasm Nightmare 3, and find epic legendary mythic chests in Nightmare 4. This item can be used to awaken any non-lord legendary hero. Now, here is the one caveat. You start using these on your non-legendary lord heroes, and you get them to level 5 quicker. And that means eventually when you pull them, it's no longer a happy day, because I tell you, feeding a legendary hero hurts. I've done it 3 times now, and it's always been a painful experience that has not netted me anything positive. So just throwing that out there. Obviously, for most of you, that's like, shut up, whale, is what you're thinking. I get it. It's still a great thing. I'm just being a bit facetious. Obviously, being able to awaken your heroes is going to be amazing. Getting to those key points, usually it's 1, 3, 5, especially things like Constance, where 3, she's way better. I could just go through just about every hero and say 3 is kind of their hit. Now, this will be non-lords, so keep that in mind. But that means if you still have soul stones, or if you get them, you don't want to use them on anything but legendary lords now, because you've got these unpolished ones for the legendaries. Add a new item, Freya's Legacy, to the Apex shop. Sure, it's a skin, so that's nice. Add new achievement, PC Gamer 1 in the Windows version. Great. Exclusive chat bubble. Can't wait to get it. Don't chat. Improve skill descriptions for Deity Soleil and Tempest Tyrant. Improve the visual representation of buff stacks. So that's good too. Visual representation of buff stacks is important. There's a lot of stacks that are missing. Hopefully that includes like Constance's buff on allies and Pharisees, those sort of things. I was just bitching about that recently. So hopefully that has fixed that. Now, I did want to check one thing. Is this Soleil, or is that... Yeah, so this is the Deity Soleil. So what do they mean? Let me know in the comments down below. What do they mean, the requirements? Like, can we get clarifying on them? Like, is there... You must defeat everything. Yeah, okay, no battlefield. What does that mean? Like, less build power? Is that what that means? Because I can go in here at any build power. Does it mean I'm going to be stronger against her? I don't think that's my problem. My problem is timings more than anything. But I guess I don't know. I'll have to see what that actually means. But that's the only one that I'm a little bit confused on. The rest sounds pretty good. This is the patch we've been waiting for, right? We don't know definitively on Twyla. I expect Twyla will be the week of October 27th, I believe it is. I'll be on cruise. I'll be in Vegas this weekend. Hopefully Amanda and I can put something out for you guys. I'm hoping. I'm looking forward to it. I'm probably going to pull for Constance. I've made the decision that I'm probably most likely 50-50 on pulling for at least one Constance. I have enough for pity. So I've got like 50 in or whatever. So I think we will pull for Constance. Maybe, but maybe not. But we'll see. I haven't decided, but I have decided, but I'm not quite sure. So it'll be one of those options will happen. But as always, thank you for watching. Thank you to make it to this part of the show. Please be careful if you're in Florida. I hope you are surviving what's coming at you and you're taking care of you and yours. I don't do thoughts and prayers because I think prayers don't fix problems. I think action does. So I just hope that you guys are taking care of yourselves and that the community comes together and pulls things back together once this threat of Milton has passed. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please be kind, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.